Good morning, everybody. This is Dr. Jenny Tefenkian here with you with a reminder to love. I am so excited to be back with you. Have been traveling for the last few weeks, partly for work and partly for vacation. Like some of you may still be even out on spring break. And I arrived late last night from PDX, Portland Airport, drove into my driveway, and spring is here. It has sprung. It is so beautiful. There's like my tulips are coming up and my daffodils and my apple tree is about ready to just explode with blossom. I love this time of year. And this is the time of year when we often think about wanting to start cleaning stuff out. And I just want to say, I just love you guys as a community because you are so into taking care of yourselves and taking care of each other. I want to just announce a few specials before I launch into what I'm going to be talking about today, which is that we have the Deep Blue special has been extended, which is fantastic. I love the Deep Blue. It's a great deal. If you just do 200 PV, you get free Deep Blue rub and a free oil. And then also the Mother's Day gift special is actually coming on sale today as well. So start ordering those so you have your Mother's Day gifts ready. Or maybe it's for you. Maybe you need to treat yourself to the Mother's Day gift. I know how that is. We do that in my house too. So springtime is in Chinese medicine, it is the organ that relates to, the liver is the organ that relates to this season. And I'm not gonna pretend that I know a lot about Chinese medicine because I just know a little bit, but I know enough to know that this is the season of the liver. And the liver has like at least 22 different functions. And one of these functions is that it helps us detoxify. And that's really the one that it's most well known for, is its ability to detoxify. And so what we're going to be talking about today is how is it that you can support your body to do the spring cleaning inside your body that you want to do outside? And how is it that you can support that process that's natural in all of us? There's something about spring. It's one of those shoulder seasons. And I think the shoulder seasons just offer so much opportunity for change and evolution. The fall has its own process and own sweetness, and the spring is really this energy rising. And some of that energy is called liver rising, that energy that comes up. And it wants us to clean out the cupboards and work through stuff. I know that for myself this afternoon, I'm looking forward to purging my son's room, which needs it, and also organizing things. I just want to get it clean. And what is it about the car wash? Like every time the sun comes out, everybody's lining up their cars to get their cars cleaned. I've honestly never quite understood that one, but maybe that's just me. But there's something about us that we want to do this. And whenever we can do something for our inside of our body that is in alignment with what's happening on the planet, then we just have all that extra energy and we can really move to a different level of health. So what I'm going to talk to you about today is what are some signs that may mean that your liver needs some extra loving, that you need to do that seasonal cleanse or bring in some daily practices to help your liver. And then I'm going to talk about what those are. And I'm totally here for questions. If you guys have any questions, or if you're watching this later, then just post them on Facebook and I'll do my best to get on there. Just DM me if you want me to really respond to something. I'll do my best to get there with you guys as soon as I can. So the liver has, there's so much toxicity in our world right now, and our liver is really one of the main organs that helps us get rid of that toxic stuff. My experience is that with all the toxicity that's in the world, people kind of handle it in one or two different ways. So the first way is they're like, head in the sand, like ostrich pose, head in the sand. I can't deal with it. It's not about me. It's too much. I don't want to think about it. I'm just going to do whatever it is that I need to do in my life to keep going, and I don't want to hear about it. Or it's the complete opposite. They're just like, oh my God, I just read this article and it says that we can't eat blah, blah, blah. And oh my gosh, my neighbors are spraying their yard with this and I can't eat that and I can't do that. I'm afraid to smell this and we're all gonna die. And it's this, the sky's falling kind of energy. So I get it. And honestly, I think sometimes we oscillate between the two. I would like to invite you to consider a third way. And this is the middle path. And this is the one where, sure, yeah, we're aware, we get it. There's stuff out there that is not great that's happening on the planet. And there are things that I can do about that. I can make the best choices I can. I can use, are you using natural laundry soap? Are you using your On Guard soap? Or are you still using Tide? Choosing to buy and eat as many organic vegetables as you can afford. there are a number of things that you can do with your lifestyle choices that have an impact down the road, including using your doTERRA stuff, because they're such an ethical company. They do so many things for the planet that you're supporting the planet just by using the products. And know that when we take that action to start doing things for ourselves, that we're really building our health on a much deeper level. So I invite you to take the middle path where there's awareness. And then there's also that, what is it that I can bring in every day to help my body detoxify? I have rituals that I do every single day, and I've done them for so many years that they're just ingrained in me. So when I go to bed at night and I'm having that review day, maybe I've had a bad day and I didn't feel like I got what I wanted to get done, or there's some things that were frustrating about it. When I'm doing my assessment at the end of the day, I can at least say, at least I ate my vegetables. At least I did those things that are going to help my body support me. At least I did my skin brushing and I did my castor oil and I did the things to help my body be better. And that makes me feel good. It brings back my power. It makes me like, yeah, okay, you didn't lose it today. You kind of could have done some things better, but you didn't totally lose it. And I invite you to start doing some of those same things if you're not already. So how can you tell if your liver needs help? So there's a couple of key signs that we use, those of us that are practitioners. We ask questions because the body always gives us clues to figure out what systems need help. Which of the systems need the most help at this time? And there's some pretty key questions that I'm looking for, symptoms that I'm looking for from my patients that let me know their liver needs help. So one of the first ones are headaches. Headaches can be caused by a ton of different things, for sure. And I should put my disclaimer in here, which is that I am a physician, but I'm really not treating or diagnosing you. This is information for you to take to your medical team and see if these are good options for you. So just take that as a caveat to whatever I say today. But your headaches can be a sign of a lot of different things and should probably be checked out by somebody, but they can also be, one of the main things that people get headaches for is if they're dehydrated. So the first thing to do if you get headaches is to increase your water intake. If you drink double your water and your headaches go away, you have had like the cheapest, easiest cure ever. And that cure is going to help your body in so many other ways. So try that first. But if your headaches continue after you drink water, it may be due to liver congestion. So doing some of the things I'm going to talk about in a minute can be really beneficial for you. Another is skin stuff. Acne and other skin lesions often are due to a congested liver. I get a lot of teenagers, their moms bring their teenagers in, and the teenagers don't really want to talk about their acne because they hate the fact that they have it, but they come to me and we're usually able to clear that acne with 3 easy steps. And that number 1 step is to cut out dairy, which I know is hard, but dairy is the number 1 food that I see associated with acne. The second is to do just 1 or 2 of the things I'm going to talk about today. You don't have to do all of them. Just doing 1 or 2 of the things to really incorporate into your life really helps the liver break down things better and so that the skin can clear up. And the third one is that I often send them home with some HD Clear because this essential oil combination is great for the skin. It's amazing for acne. So usually with those 3 things, the teenagers reluctantly come back and they have to admit they do better without eating those foods. It's hard. It's hard as a teenager to not eat pizza and cheese sticks. And I get that, but I also feel like what they're getting from that is they get this huge gift because they realize that they have the power to help themselves. They see that their actions, their lifestyle choices, the things that they're doing, the things that they take can impact their health in a beneficial way or not. And it's a choice they get to make. And so they get to feel empowered, which I feel like, honestly, like that's like the best gift ever. The other thing that the other symptom is any kind of hormone imbalance. So usually people come to me and they have PMS or PMT if you're in Britain, which is premenstrual tension, which is frankly a better way of saying it, I think, or irregular menstrual cycles, infertility, amenorrhea, any kinds of, you're bleeding not regularly, any of that kind of stuff, any bleeding, hormonal type of stuff. Definitely need to work on your liver because they are so integral to breaking down and building up hormones. So we definitely need to consider that as part of it. And often if I see the combination of, they have headaches and skin issues and hormonal issues, oh my gosh, we really need to focus on a liver cleanse with them. Any kind of metabolic issue. So if you feel like you're hanging on to weight or it's hard to lose weight or you're hungry all the time, your liver is part of the blood sugar metabolism in your body. So this could be something where you really working on your liver will help your blood sugar metabolism a lot. Any autoimmune disease, so Hashimoto's, anything that is autoimmune function, definitely need to focus on working on your liver. This is going to help you get a lot better. And I know some people like Isabella Wentz is awesome and she does thyroid work. She starts people with the liver when she's treating them for their Hashimoto's, so that's like their first place. She understands the importance of this foundation of getting your liver working better. Basically, any chronic illness is going to be, you're going to do better with your liver. Often infectious agents like viruses and all different kinds of things, they kind of like to lodge and live in your liver. So the more clean your liver is, it allows your body to have that space to really be able to work through that next layer and get to that next level of infection that's there for you. Mood issues. So this is something that people don't really think about, but you know that biliousness, there's a biliousness is bile. So it's that kind of angry, irritated. People that are angry have liver issues. Anger is the emotion of the liver. And sometimes that liver rising feeling we get in the spring is because our liver is congested. If the springtime comes up and you are feeling angry or just cranky, or you have lots of excess energy, but it doesn't feel like good, joyous, happy, woohoo, it's springtime kind of energy. It just kind of feels like, you know, that is that liver rising energy. You need to do a cleanse. You need to use the power of the earth to move you. Interesting thing about emotional stuff too is that if we're really stressed out and tied up in our emotions, it actually can block our ability to detoxify our liver. So it's this two-way street, one of those places where the mind affects the body and the body affects the mind. So again, the more that you support your physical body, it's easier to move your emotions, and then you can be in a better emotional state, which can support your physical body. So things that you can do. So if you're, and I honestly have to say, I think everybody needs some amount of liver detoxification, just because our world is kind of toxic right now. So doing something every day is beneficial, even if you don't have one of the things on the list that I just gave you right there. So daily practice. So there are things that you can do every single day, and then I'm going to talk about things that are more seasonal that you might want to just really invest in. So daily practice. So every day, if you can drink a bunch of water, this is really going to help your liver clean and also your kidneys and your body just get a lovely flush. If you put citrus oils in that water, you're going to get an incredible bonus. The liver has different pathways where it detoxifies. It really has bucket number 1 called phase 1 and bucket number 2 called phase 2. Both of these are important to break down all the poisons in our body, excess hormones, everything that needs to go through phase 1 and phase 2. If you go back to the car wash and think about the car wash, like phase 1 is when you first drive into the car wash and all that like soap and stuff on your car. And that's like getting the grit mixed up with it. So it's like really like kind of gritty, dirty, oily, kind of gross, kind of soapy water. That's phase 1. And then phase 2 is when the water comes on and cleans all that off. And then the little wax comes on, you get all shiny, and then you get a little blow dry thing done. And then you're all shiny and clean at the end of the car wash, right? So that's phase 1 and phase 2. What can happen in the body is that either one of those phases aren't working. So imagine if you just did phase 1 and you got all that soap on you and it like got all the grit mixed up and everything, and then you were drove out onto the street and you couldn't see, right? You'd have all this dirty film on your windshield, or your car would be like so mucked up, and then it would dry, the sun would dry it on there. It'd be really hard to get off later. Same thing happens with your body if you don't go into phase 2. Your body makes more toxic metabolites and from phase 1 than if it just left it alone. So phase 1, so you have to have a phase 2 working well. And similarly, if you just have phase 2, you're just going to get wax in the blowjob, but it's going to be sticking all that grit on there and it doesn't work well. So you really need to have both. Citrus oils help your body move from phase 1 to phase 2. It opens the passageway. So we can thank Dr. Mika Karu for helping make this clear to us. But this is just this beautiful way that the oils support the body in detoxifying the liver. So drink your water with your essential oils in it. That's why we recommend that so often. I am going to talk about the Zenderkund Detox Caps. They have not been available to us for a while. They're anticipated to be coming online this spring. And I thought about not talking about it because you can't get them now and you kind of hate that. But I have to talk about them because I love them and I can't wait till they come back. And if you haven't used them, I highly recommend you stick them on your list of things to buy as soon as we get the announcement that they're going to come. The detox caps really help the phase 1 and phase 2 pathway, and I find the best way to take them just as a supportive type of way is to take them at night. Take them before you go to bed. Take 2 of them before you go to bed with a Terrazyme. And this will help your body naturally detoxify with your sleeping. The liver has its periodicity, has its times of the day where it's more active. And nighttime is one of the times when you're always cleaning out junk. Like your body's washing and cleaning and washing and cleaning while you sleep. So what you need to do is take that at that time, and then your body can start detoxifying while you're sleeping. If you're really focusing on some kind of one of the issues that I talked about, you may need to take the Zenderkund Detox Caps throughout the day as well. I also love taking the Lifelong Vitality Pack. One of the reasons that we talk about this so much is because in the Alpha CRS, this Alpha CRS, it has a lot of herbs in here that are actually really beneficial for the liver, and they help that detoxification pathway. The liver also needs to have certain nutrients in it for vitamins that are called coenzymes to help the enzymatic function work. It's a super complicated thing that's happening in our body. I'm always in awe of the magic of what is happening in our body every single day. And the Lifelong Vitality Pack really supports that. I think that one of the reasons why we've had so many people in our community be able to come back and say, oh my gosh, my fibromyalgia is so much better. Or, I used to really suffer from depression or addiction, or I used to be so tired until I started taking the Lifelong Vitality Pack, is because of the support that it does have for the liver, and it provides the basic nutrients to make all of those functions happen day in and day out. It up levels your basic foundation. So adding that into a daily ritual really helps support your body to detoxify. So some great naturopathic remedies. So castor oil packs are just old guard, love it, naturopathic things to do to support your liver. Take a small amount of castor oil. You can put on a cloth. You can just put a fine layer on over your liver, which is right under your right rib cage up here. You can't see on the film. And you put a fine layer there. You can put the pack on with a hot water bottle, or you can go in the sauna or go in an Epsom salt bath and just let it soak in. Often I put a layer of the Zenderkund essential oil on there as well, because that just upregulates the detoxification. This really helps your liver work better over a long period of time. It's just a really lovely daily practice to have. As is skin brushing, which we talked about in the metabolic makeover if you were part of that in January. Skin brushing is really great. It doesn't specifically affect the liver, but it helps the liver do its job. So skin brushing is allowing the toxins to move from your outside tissues more into your central organs. It's like taking the garbage out from under your sink into your garbage can out in your driveway, and then on pickup day, taking it to the end of the curb so the garbage truck can pick it up much more easily. That's what skin brushing does. So it really allows your body to deliver the toxins to the liver, deliver to the liver, so that it can really cleanse and purify and get you feeling better. So that's a really great daily practice to put in as well. The other things that bringing in there are foods that you can eat. So there's these amazing foods that you can eat, and some of them are just good to increase all the time. And then some are sort of special spring foods. So the daily ones that I think about, anything in the brassica family. So brassica family is your broccoli, your cauliflower, your kale, basically pretty much all the greens, but specifically the brassicas have something in them that really help the liver detoxify. And there are supplements you can buy that are really expensive that have those things in them called DIM, or you can just eat the vegetables. Beets are amazing. There's been kind of a big thing about beets lately. I'm seeing it everywhere. I think people are finally understanding the power of this amazing root vegetable, which is there to purify us. The red, think about the redness of it. It's like blood, right? It's purifying your blood, and it's doing that by supporting your liver process. So eating beets is fantastic. Beet juice, beet greens, the whole beet. The foods that I think of seasonally, like you think about the the power of the earth, and it's like the spring rising. It pushes up these amazing plants that are here to help heal our liver. One of them is dandelion. Yeah. So instead of going out and toxifying your yard by killing your little sweet little dandelions, pick them and eat them instead. And you can only do that if you haven't been using fertilizer or anything in your yard. It has to be clean and away from a road. Or you can go and buy, they're like really pretty little French ones in the grocery store. They're beautiful. They have these beautiful red stems on them. Incorporating those into your diet, especially this time of year, a lot of the bitter things that come up this time of year, the bitter greens, really helps stimulate the gallbladder, and they help stimulate the liver to function better and help it clean. Burdock root is sort of this weird looking root that I love to finely grate and saute in olive oil and salt and eat this time of year. Really helps the liver clean. The celery juice, another fad. Oh my gosh, this has just gone crazy. And there's a shortage on celery, I just heard, but I think it's because of aphids, not because everybody's drinking it. But celery juice really does help your liver detoxify. So those green juices are great to help your liver. Choosing when to eat can make a big difference as well. So people often ask, should I be eating every few hours, or should I do intermittent fasting, all that kind of stuff. This is what I say. So if you are relatively healthy and you do not have any blood sugar issues, you are not healing from adrenal fatigue. Let me back up and say, if you are healing from adrenal fatigue, it's likely that your body's blood sugar metabolism system is thrown off, and you need to eat consistently throughout the day. So you still need to go on what was recommended for everybody in the 90s, which is to have those 6 meal snacks throughout the day until you get your adrenals balanced enough and your blood sugar balanced enough that you can spread the time out. Ideally, we have time for our liver to do the cleaning. Do you remember how I just said that the liver detoxifies at nighttime? It doesn't need to be breaking down your hot fudge sundae that you ate at 11 o'clock and trying to detoxify all the stuff that you inhaled and put on your skin that day. It's not going to be able to do both. So having a break from food 12 to 15 hours at nighttime is ideal for the body in terms of your body being able to detoxify, as is having breaks between meals. So instead of snacking all day, is having 3 to 4 hours between your meals if you feel good when you do it. So you really need to pay attention to your body, because there is not a single diet, there's not a single diet plan that is perfect for everyone. So you need to choose what's good for you based on how it makes you feel. But the liver itself does really appreciate a break. So if you can give it a break to detoxify, it'll benefit you. What else was I going to say? Oh, seasonal. So the seasonal cleanse, of course, eating the greens that are coming up, the foods, your sprouts, just think about what am I seeing out there? Maybe I should put more of that in my body. And then the other thing is doing the doTERRA cleanse. The doTERRA cleanse is amazing for really getting you to work on your gut and your liver and that kind of thing. And we're going to do a whole team-wide cleanse in January, which I'm really excited about. But that's a long way away. And this is the season to really purge. And I actually think doing the cleanse twice a year is ideal. So I'd highly recommend that you consider doing the cleanse now this spring. And it's great to do with other people. So if you're a team leader, I invite you to consider doing a group cleanse with your team. Or if you're sort of new to this and you've never done it, find somebody to do the cleanse with. And the thing is that we have created so much information for you on our team website that all you have to do is go to the Cleanse Healthy You on the website, and it's all like auto-led. You have videos from Dr. Mika Carew, from Dr. Josie, from Dr. Louise. All of us are there talking about this cleanse, walking you through your steps. It's super easy. You can change your diet or not change your diet to do it, and it will really benefit you. So I thoroughly encourage you guys to check that out and to do the cleanse once or twice a year. There are certain essential oils from doTERRA that are really particularly special for the liver. Some of them I've mentioned. All of the citrus oils are great. And the Slim and Sassy oil is great. Why that's called Slim and Sassy it's called Metabolic Blend, is because it really helps your liver detoxify. So that's a great one to incorporate one way or the other. Turmeric is amazing for the liver, as is the yarrow palm. I mean, pomegranate's incredible for the liver. That's one of the power foods that you could use to cleanse your livers, is eating pomegranate. But using the yarrow palm really helps detoxify as well. Geranium oil is amazing. All of the oils that are in the Zendocrine blend that I mentioned earlier, great liver detoxification blend. And you can use the gel caps as well for that. Rosemary is also really great for liver cleansing. There are a lot of things out there that are great to cleanse your liver. And I love that because, you know, sometimes we focus on, oh, there are all these toxins, but there's also all this other stuff you can do. It's just about building out that toolkit so that you know what you can grab whenever you need to grab it. And again, using the power of the earth at the same time. So I, you know, just really paying attention to I invite you to pay attention to what's going on to your body. You know, do the assessment. Do you need extra help? Are you just one of those people that just, it's just springtime. It's just time to do it. It's time to wash the windows, and it's time to work on cleaning out my liver. If you are, I really challenge you to up level your liver cleansing now. So bring in 2 things that I've talked about today, just 2 of them, and bring them in and do them for the next month and see how it makes you feel, and let us know how that is. If you happen to be somebody that's like super healthy and you've got all of this completely dialed in, up level it, bring it up, increase your vegetables, eat 2 cups of broccoli for breakfast, or do a deeper cleanse and get rid of those foods that you know you really shouldn't maybe be eating all the time in your cleanse. Whatever it is, it's like challenge yourself this spring. Use the energy, use that upsurge of energy, like, yeah, it's time to do something. Use that energy to benefit your body and your health and your vitality. When you tap into what's already naturally happening in the earth, our bodies resonate with that. When you use the natural remedies that we have, these amazing oils and foods and mindset that we can do to shift ourselves to a higher level of vitality, that brings in more light. And these are hard times. I get it. There's darkness out there, and there's fear, and there's all that, but we don't need to live there. We have choices that we can make to bring up our light. And whenever we bring in our light, that radiates to everything and everyone else around us and helps them too. So please, Dr. Jenny, thank you. I encourage you to help yourself this spring and get healthier with your liver. Let me know if you have any questions, and thank you so much. I just love you guys. I love your commitment to your health, to each other, to your communities, to your teams. It is beautiful to witness, and I feel grateful that I get to be part of it.
Hey, Jenny, there's a couple questions real quick.
Yeah, sure.
There was one about rosacea in terms of skin conditions. Can that be positively impacted by liver cleansing?
Yeah, rosacea is very much about liver. It's also gut. And there are some people that think that rosacea is actually due to a dysbiosis in the gut, which is an imbalance of good and bad bacteria, or maybe there's critters in there. So I usually do a pretty good gut look. Consider doing a functional medicine GI map stool test for rosacea just to be sure. But actually, I'd be curious if that person has ever done the doTERRA cleanse just as a trial, and maybe doing 2 months. Whenever there's a chronic skin thing, especially in an adult, children tend to move more quickly, but adult skin stuff can take a little bit longer. Like if somebody comes into me for food testing to see if they have allergies to different foods, and if they come in with stomach pain or sinus issues, something like that, I know that within like 1 to 3 weeks, they're probably going to notice a difference because of it. But if they come in with a chronic skin issue, instead of saying, I usually say 8 weeks. It may take 8 weeks for you to really notice a difference with chronic skin stuff. But yes, for sure, rosacea, liver, and gut.
And then one other one, spring cleansing liver, okay while breastfeeding?
No. Yeah, because your breast milk does release whatever's in your body, and the body tends to hide toxins into it kind of tucks it away in little spots, which is partly why we want to do a cleanse. It's exactly like a closet, deep cleaning a closet. It's like we shove stuff in there all winter, kind of like, and then when you pull it out, it loosens it all up. You don't want that circulating in your blood and going into breast milk. Now that said, so I wouldn't do a deep cleanse when I'm breastfeeding, but that said, there are foods that you can eat all the time, which would be great. So parsley is amazing. It helps produce breast milk. It is one of the most nutrient dense foods you can possibly eat. So eating parsley is great when you're breastfeeding, and that will help you detoxify. You could drink green juices for sure, and have your celery juice. You can make borscht and eat your beet greens that way. So those kinds of things absolutely are great. Doing skin brushing and doing castor oil packs, those you can totally do when you're breastfeeding, and they will benefit you and they'll benefit your baby. But I wouldn't do a deep cleanse. I wouldn't, I wouldn't do the doTERRA cleanse if you're breastfeeding, and I wouldn't do any other kind of really deep cleanse where you're intentionally trying to pull a lot of stuff out.
Wonderful. That's all I
Yeah.
see for questions.
Okay, great. All right, you guys. Love you all. Have a wonderful, beautiful springtime day. All right.